Hey everyone, this is Asbed Bedrossian, and this is our almost daily touch base with Gev Iskajyan on the latest conditions during the Artsakh Blockade. Gev is with the ANC in Artsakh, Nagorno-Karabakh. He lives in Stepanakert. And today we also have with us Hagop Ipdjian, a diaspora Armenian who moved from Cyprus to Artsakh after the 44-day war to help rebuild it. He's currently serving as an advisor to the state minister. Today is January 27, 2023. Hey, Gev, how are you doing? What's the latest?
Doing well, Asbed. Hope all is good with you guys. As you guys are aware, we've been talking about the gas restrictions in the last few days. As of today, there are reports that it's back on, but I would say to be, diligent with that. Sometimes they turn it back on momentarily. Sometimes they turn it on partially, where the gas stations have the viability to use it, but it doesn't reach all the homes. For now, the reports look good, but I would say let's wait another 24 hours, see how they go.
And for the last couple of days, we've had a little bit of trouble hooking up with each other. Yesterday, I think you had a fairly long blackout, right?
Yeah. So here, unfortunately, where I'm at, if the electricity is out, the internet goes out as well. So we have a tough time connecting. And already we have the 6 hour, 3 times a day blackouts as well.
Okay. Thank you for that. Hello, Hagop. How are you?
Asbed, nice to meet you. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's okay.
Very nice talking with you.
Yeah, well, it's quite difficult to connect via Zoom these days because of the rolling blackouts.
Can you tell us just a little bit about what projects brought you to Artsakh and what keeps you busy these days?
Okay, well, I work for the state ministry, and we also have a humanitarian organization, which is called Artsakh Support Body. It was founded in Cyprus. We deal with various projects, but we mainly concentrate on sustainability and self-sufficiency projects. In the past 2 years, we've built greenhouses, we've done some beehive projects, and also some cultural and other projects for soldiers and etc.
That sounds good. Is beekeeping and honey making a significant revenue generator for Artsakh?
Yes, it's fairly developed in the regions around Shushi, in the villages around Shushi, in Metshen, Hinshen, Lisagor, and Yatsao, and also in Mardaged, in the region of Haterk and the villages around Haterk.
Yeah, I remember that a number of them were also in the Karvajar area, which was given away.
Yeah, that's correct. So we're trying to, because there's a big gap that's opened up, trying to cover that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Hago, if you can, delve deep into the need for some of the self-sustainability projects that you're working on, especially in light of this blockade. And maybe you can touch up on some of the good research that you've done in terms of our energy sector and the greenhouses that we're working on. What are the needs and what are the gaps that you're working to try and fill through Artsakh Support Body?
Okay, as Gev rightly put it, even before the blockade, we have understood that the need for sustainability and self-reliance is much more here in Artsakh than anywhere else in Armenia. After the blockade, it became even more evident that there's a big gap in the self-reliance sector, especially in the areas of food security and energy security. As people should know that Artsakh, before the 2020 war, it was self-reliant on the energy sector. Artsakh had, if I'm not mistaken, 32 power plants of HPPs, hydropower plants, of which 26 were lost and only 6 are left, the biggest being Sarsang. Now, we're heavily reliant on Sarsang especially, and now in the winter, because we didn't have as good as winter and the water is frozen, Sarsang cannot produce as much energy as the needs are. And also the disruptions from the Azerbaijani side are also causing the energy cuts and the blackouts that we're having at the moment. Now, as soon as we came, we quickly realized that those are the sectors that we need to work on. We need to create self-reliance even on family by family, if you like, and then create a strategy across the board that the government needs to implement as well. We've done our suggestions, and a lot of our suggestions have become strategies of the government. Hence, they're providing subsidies for the solar water heaters, some of the projects that also other organizations like Lorik Fund is doing, and also ARS is doing as well. Now, the government doesn't only provide subsidies for those projects, they also provide subsidies for solar panels, for electric needs, and also solar panels that are used for heating.
Hagop, where do you get the solar panels?
We use predominantly companies that either they're registered in Artsakh or in Armenia. One of the companies that we mainly use is a company called Ipdjian. They've got offices here in Artsakh. They're very cooperative, and the guys, they're always willing to help. And also, they've done a special price, if you like, for Artsakh and etc. So, we appreciate and we want to kind of try and assist as much as possible companies that they are in Artsakh, and because the companies operating in Artsakh is paying tax in Artsakh, so
Right.
That's very important.
Okay, great.
Hagop, can you tell us a little bit about your most recent project that you guys are working with, the ReArmenia platform, in terms of the greenhouses that are really vital right now?
Of course. Look, we were using, because our organization is reliant on crowdfunding. And so we decided that we were using GoFundMe to do our crowdfunding. We found out that there's an Armenian company that it's a startup, but they've been around for a year and a half now, if I'm not mistaken exactly on the timeline. And it's called ReArmenia. So we decided that we should collaborate with ReArmenia. ReArmenia is not only a fundraising platform, but also a collaboration platform where experts can register and they'll be attached to different projects and they can give advice. And it's a very nice networking, if you like, experts and also the people that they want to implement the project. And the beautiful thing about this platform, they've got a very good due diligence team as well that will go through the project and they'll analyze how actual the project is and be on top of how the funding is spent and everything. And this is important for us because it creates transparency between us, the organization that is the implementing organization, and also the people who donate the money. Now, the projects that we've launched on ReArmenia are, if you like, two of the most important projects for us. One of them is the greenhouses and the other one is the beekeeping. And we've launched both projects now. And we're hoping that in the next couple of days, weeks, we will be able to raise the funds that we need so we can start the projects.
Hagop, how can people get involved with this campaign and how can they contribute?
Thank you, Gev. Well, there's a few ways that they can contribute. They can either go on ReArmenia's website and search for Artsakh Support Body, and both our projects can be found, or alternatively, they can find us on all other social media platforms. They can send us a message and, we'll guide them through the process. We love people that ask us questions. And we want to learn from them as well, because people that know me, I've said this numerous times, we're here to learn. So we want to learn from you. Any projects that you might have or you want to kind of propose, we're open for any suggestions. We're open for any new ideas because we need to generate new ideas. There's space here to implement those. And, it's not only about the money, it's also about creating a good, successful project that can benefit the people of Artsakh.
Okay, great. I hope over time we can talk more about these worthy projects and have more people get involved with you and help. All right, that's all the time we're going to have. Thank you, Gev, and thank you, Hagop, for joining the show today.
Sounds good, Asbed.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Hagop.